16th of December 2020. What do we need to know, Spirit, please? Wild card. So, Andrea, I'm not sure that we've had her before. Andrea. And they gave me the word Nickelodeon. Now, I know it's not really supposed to be that, but it used to be some sort of network that the kids watched when they was little. I don't know if that has the same relevance, but Nickelodeon may mean something else to you. Yeah, I don't know what it is actually. Is it an instrument or something? I don't know. She is saying tight chest, so there may have been something wrong with her lungs. Trying to listen, but something getting in the way. It sounds like, and it makes no sense, it's definitely not something I understand. Mumford. Mumford? Sounds like that. Could be something else, but that's what it sounds like. Sometimes Spirit, when they're not so strong, are a bit muffled. So they are very strange, vague to me. It might be very clear to you, but to me, Nickelodeon and Mumford, and Andrea with the tight chest. Very random lady, donkeys. So if any or all of those, especially if all of those apply to you, then I hope you got the message, because I can't even begin to try and decipher what that means. Andrea, Nickelodeon, what sounds like Mumford, and donkey. Is Mumford a place? I shall Google it later on and see if anything comes out from that. But Mumford. And an elevator. So we call them lifts here. So I don't see that they're that this is English. And an elevator suggests somebody going up in the world. So I don't think they're English. I've got a feeling it's one of the other English speaking countries. Today's card will be the Tower. Represents those born on the 16th, living or past. Date for your diary or address. It's Neptune energy. So things, there it is, that are possibly hidden. Oops, Sneeze on a Wednesday, sneeze for a letter. So we start with today's card. And a fire sign older male that is not taking action, and that's not like them. This is a shock. An unfaithful, possibly fire sign male. There could be arguments within the home. Yeah, fire sign male not taking action. The greed of others is causing problems. Someone is reliant on others for money or is trying to take money from someone. There is problems within the home and family life. There is clarity coming with the full moon, which is, I believe, the 30th. Torn between two properties, two people, two situations. There's a vague mention of Pisces energy, but it's mostly fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Cancer. Those people born 1970 plus or minus 12 February to February times 3, and a Taurus is mentioned. So, or Taurus energy, which is speaking about material matters. It's also doing things by the book. But somebody is torn between what they should do and what they want to do. Clarity comes with the full moon. It's realising that power, wealth and good fortune do not bring you lasting happiness. Someone is at the fork in the road. There is no going back to a situation. You have to go forwards. So whatever happens, nothing is ever going to be the same. But again, there is no action being taken. There is rows, disruptions and partings, finding life rather disagreeable, no commitment in a situation. One night stands for some, but it's massively fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone may think they can go back to a situation, but unfortunately nothing will be the same, so they're going to have to go up the game. Yeah, you see, there's the Aries. So someone has very low self-esteem. There may be injuries to the head and face. No new beginnings because they're not in control, they're not confident, and it's very unlike the Aries energy. Those born on the 4th or the 31st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Again, there is greed of others, no reciprocity. Someone is very aware that they are being bled dry for money. There is sacrifices here. Someone is finally putting in the boundaries, not being the victim or martyr anymore. Seeing things from a different angle and putting boundaries in place. This is karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. Pisces energy. Those born on the 12th, living or past, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. Then we have 10 weeks and a passing. But if you can see, he's not in the armour. The armour is dead, if you like. So it means they can do what they want, but they cannot touch your soul. So if you've either been stabbed in the back or there's been a passing of a person, but you are getting over it. There is also a good friend, perhaps a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, older man, perhaps in uniform, perhaps darker complexion. He's probably a businessman. He's very comfortably off, but he is generous and a good friend. Tomorrow's date is mentioned, the 17th. Something from the past will come back to haunt you. It is stopping you from having your wishes and dreams coming true because someone refuses to open a Pandora's box. With that box being opened will come chaos, but also hope, healing and freedom. So some of you may be seeing spirit at the minute. A red rose is offered. So you have to face the issues of the past before you can move forwards. Those born on the 17th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. And we have the fire sign female, which is Leo usually. That one's Aries. They are a couple, but neither are engaging or taking any action. There's no passion there. This lady is my Violet Elizabeth card for anybody who remembers just William in England. She will scream and scream and scream until she gets what she wants. She refuses to not live how she feels she deserves to live. There's no passion here. No new beginnings. But there is abundance to be had with growth. So if this Pandora's box is opened, there will be growth. And the 30th is mentioned, which brings us back to the full moon. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children may be involved. Your happiness is at stake here. Yeah, you are manifesting a new beginning for yourself, so you have to stay positive. It could be something or someone new has entered your life that's majorly important. Those born on the 1st or the 28th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Of all the tools at your disposal to make the future you desire, but you have to stay positive. It's about Gemini energy, communications, hands, arms, shoulders, and siblings. Someone has to accept something. Probably that there is a problem within the home and family life because we've got that double. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and there will be financial rewards. We have the Queen of Wands again, this time in the upright, so she knows her worth. And then we have injustice, things going wrong. Those born on the 11th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Problems with the lines and the marital home. Someone feels lonely in a room full of people, isolated, either voluntarily or forcibly. Could be the lockdown. The bottom of the deck we have the 8 of Stones, means that somebody has to put some effort into this situation. And these two don't want to be bothered. So if it was me, I would look to see where you've got fire in your chart, because this could be important. A house move has been mentioned before, and it may be possible now. Someone may lose their home. Yeah, number 1. Whatever happens here, even if you feel wronged, you are going to have to be very diplomatic. She brings you a deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real and there's no love in this situation. It is the sole, unconditional and true power behind all means of manifesting. There's your manifesting. Out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious actions of compassion. So be compassionate no matter what. Generosity of heart, reverence and respect, and empathy for everything. This will bring you a profound power to live your life of happiness and contentment. Love, compassion and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings and actions. When your intention is to create a prosperous and abundant life, unconditional love will be returned tenfold. The High Lady also reminds you that when she chooses to be your ally, she brings you evidence that you are loved. All manner of synchronicities align in your favour. Synchronicities are just Spirit's coincidences, and Spirit don't deal in coincidences. So if you notice coincidences, they are a message from Spirit that you're on the right path. If your question refers to a relationship, you're required to think of the other person and inquire what is in his or her highest good. That doesn't mean that you don't think of your own as well. But if you're wondering whether something you do will affect someone else detrimentally in the short term, think of how it will help them in the long term. So if you're in, say, a work situation and you're not happy, you're not being productive in your job, so you're not helping the company. So if you leave and go elsewhere, then you will be happier and the company will soon find someone else. So it's that sort of scenario. Give selflessly without asking for or expecting anything in return, and then let go. Accept what happens. What is yours will come to you. Kindness always returns somehow. You will surely receive that which you give in more ways than you can imagine. So if something ends, let it end amicably. Don't try for revenge or nastiness or anything like that, because it comes back on you. So just manifest positively. Stop feeling that you're not worth anything, and all will start to get better. The lunar eclipse. Change. Massive change. Number 43. Yeah, disappointment has occurred and someone is dwelling on it. Instead of crying over spilt milk, pull up your big girl panties and move on. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon and the truth. The lunar eclipse takes place when the earth is directly aligned between the sun and the moon. Well, we had a solar eclipse, didn't we? But we have had a lunar eclipse this year. This will bring on times which seem shadowy and disordered, but they're not necessarily bad and should not be viewed as such. We are meant to be thrown off balance to make the necessary changes. It is a time of seeing the light and focusing on something you have either put off or didn't exactly notice was coming up. So that's why we've got the shock. Dramatic changes are in store, and such changes will likely be unexpected ones. The kind that might seem hard or will take some special effort on your part. These will not be gradual, easy, barely noticeable transformations. Your world may be rattled somewhat. It will seem like a revolution. Do not be alarmed, because the altering of your life is essential in getting you where you need to be. We are all here to share our gifts and lead others to theirs. It is never an easy path. Any number of things might happen, the end or the beginning of a transformative relationship, a change in life's path or job, or a change where you live. What did I say? Whatever it may be, it will be abrupt. The lunar eclipse heralds times of a new way of looking at things. That is why they can even bring on changes in eyeglass or contact lens prescriptions, or if you're lucky, a marked improvement in your eyesight. The moon also has a connection to the brain. Thus you may find yourself more in tune with unseen energies or experience moments of revelation. What did I say about being haunted? Whatever the issue, it may have been brewing for a while and things are about to bubble over. It could be a partner or a would-be partner who wishes to take a relationship to a new level. Since the moon symbolises our emotions, you probably already sense this change, and we have the moon there. So you already know what the changes are. So you won't be completely surprised by it, but the force and the dramatic nature of the shift may be unexpected. Expect to be thrown off balance. If the situation is something you have taken for granted and it collapses, then you will need to make a new start. In any event, you should start to see these effects within the next 6 weeks. Expect for an outcome to be completed within 6 months, which is the eclipse energy. This card also indicates cycles. Whatever seems lost at this time, you can be assured will return to you, perhaps in a different form, but most certainly better. So I hope that helped. Thanks for listening.